got a bump way, not fun. Boy, I got a bump way, not fun. Okay, now drop your bags, ass. I've been here from the start. A little snapback, homie, with a plug in his heart. Took these Billy Strum cards and now they rip me apart. Now they run around in circles like them kids in the park. Not afraid of the dark, there ain't no monster inside. I pray to Jesus Christ, homie, they just keep me alive. Why you keep it 53? Cause I've been wrestling with pride. I try to keep it like I'm Texas, got the stop on my side. Girl, you know I'm a saint, so why you giving me hell? My uncle back up on the block and now they begging for bail. He always calling me for paper cause he know I'm the trail. Now I'm eating my McDonald's, I was fresh out of jail. Now I made it out of chump, at least I know I'm up, boy, thump. Like my neighbors jump, up a pump, pump, boy, I bump. In that Billy Strong, he ain't know him, he ain't thump. He just grabbed the pump and made it go dumb. Got a pump cause he got no. Homie stay tripping cause I got no funds. Homie got a pump cause he got no. Homie stay tripping cause I got no funds. Homie got a bump way, not fun. Boy, I got a bump way, not fun. Boy, I got a bump way, not fun. Boy, I got a bump way, not fun.
I'm an airport baby, I'm too fly to count. Counting the cash, yeah, it's too high to count. I'm dealing with a fake, yeah, they too fake to doubt. Acting like they are what they not for their clout. They just sucking my blood, they can love what you count. Flowing like water, three with the smiles on the ops gonna plow. They all in the sewers, the south in the clouds.
I'ma stay down to the sound, to the sound, to the sound. On the floor to the steps, get with the pain to the steps.
Got no paper, told him quit the pocket watching jeans, ripping at the seams, holding on some dead foes, schizophrenic with the bag.
In a city of spectacle and grandeur, the biggest show in town right now is right here, Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. Neither team got the start to the season that they wanted. Let's see who can right the ship as week 2 gets underway. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap. In this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Right to the air, it's Levis. He locates Adonai Mitchell. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Such a terrific job by the receiver. You can't give that route away. You got to run a curl. And the best like curl and go, hook and go, out and up guys, Kate, they run that initial route full speed. He did. Got the defense to bite, and the play went right over his head.
First tone of the game for James Cook. And it's a 3-yard gain through the traffic. Jacorian Bennett there for the tackle. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And what a hit there. Ouch, she faced the press for moving the chains that time.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's brought down for a loss. All right, here we go. 2nd down. From the gun, Levis. Completed to his running back. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out. And this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
Third down, 1 yard to go. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
It's after plays like these, Kate, I love to study the body language. What is that offense doing after getting stuffed inside on a run like that? And more importantly, how much does it energize that defense?
Looks like they will indeed try it. 4th and 2. They'll go Levis. He's got it to his running back. And out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. They hit him for 5 yards on 4th down and get the successful conversion.
Oh, so close to getting off the field. But the 4th down conversion keeps that defense out there. That was their shot to end this possession, to sit on the bench, to get their breath. And now they're going to have to buckle down and force another 4th down.
They have another 1st and 10 on this opening drive. This one from the opposing 40. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Shotgun now for Levis. Catch made by Mitchell. It's inside the 10. And he's going to take this across. Touchdown, New York! The Jets finish up an excellent opening series. It's an Adonai Mitchell touchdown. What an outstanding opening series, partner. They just wore down that defense as they marched their way to the end zone.
Yeah, it took a whole bunch of that opening script to find a touchdown, but it showed just how well designed that script was. It was the right sequence of plays to keep that ball moving and find the end zone, getting your offense established in its top gear right here early on.
On is the Jets kickoff team now to tee it up and send it away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Handoff now from the gun. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Back-to-back carries here. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
An offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down. But instead, defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on the 3rd and short.
On 3rd down, here's Swift. Has the 1st and more inside the 45. And he's down all the way to the 30. That one hits for 30. And that's a Vegas 1st down. Takes the handoff, now Love. Caught by Flowers. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. So the refs get him for holding, and that's going to back this offense up. They'll run here following the penalty. And they'll stop him, but not until he has a nice little gain down to the 32. 7 yards there, and that brings up second down.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Brought in right side. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Here's the give on 3rd and short. And they make the play at the 23, a gain of only a little. 4th down, here's Love. He finds him beyond the marker. And he winds up out of bounds, and that's going to be the end of the first quarter. That big 4th down call is how we close out our first quarter. 7-0 is our score. We'll return to Allegiant Stadium right after this. We're back and excited to start this second quarter. You excited? We're excited. Raiders in a nice spot here to put up some points. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Back to him on 2nd and goal. And he pushed for it, but they managed to stop him at the 2. Offense up to the line fast.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and goal.
Third time's the charm. He gets it again. And he's in for the touchdown. The Raiders finish off their opening drive. That one right down the middle. And the Raiders start off well to tie things 7-7. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And no return here. This is a touchback, and the ball's going to come out to the 20. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Levis from the shotgun. Has him on the quick hitter. They gain 14 on the play. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
2nd and 3 now. They give it to him again. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline and his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Short pass brought in. And he's going to get it out past the 40 before he goes out. That's a pickup of 9. And it'll give the Jets a first down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he's able to take this down to the red zone. He stopped at the 17. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
So it's the 2-minute warning here from Allegiant. And it's the Jets looking at 2nd and 1. Levis now against the blitz. Connects with Cook. And he drives this down to the 8 before going out. A nice gain of 8 there, and that brings them to 1st and goal.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Going jumbo set on this 1st and goal. Trying it left side with Cook. And he's brought down for a loss.
His goal's pretty clear, Kate. Crash forward and then crash inside. Set that edge, but if you can come inside and bury that runner before it gets started, all the better.
Law sets him up at the 9-yard line. It's 2nd and goal. Levis out of the pistol. Catch is made in close. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal. Cook. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. They get 1 yard, but nothing more. It's 4th and goal.
This front, well, they've done a good job bending and not breaking. First down, didn't score. Second down, didn't score. And now 3rd and goal, can't find the end zone either.
Less than a yard, all that's needed on 4th and goal. He's keeping it. He's going for it. And he's going to be touchdown right at the line, so no gain on the play.
I think we are so preconditioned when a QB sneak is called, we think it's going to be a first down, right? Well, I think they expected him to get it too. But now they got to adjust in a hurry and get their defense out there to make a stand of their own.
Thrown on 1st down, Love. On target to Downs. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
And they bring him down here at about the 13-yard line. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. They'll come up 1st and 10. Play fake, it's Love. Connects on the crosser. And he's out of bounds, just a step short of the 40. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
He lets a heater go deep, middle of the field. He's got it inside the 10. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time, secondary, well, they got real sticky, stay tight, and force the throw away.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him right. Dumps it off to his running back. And in for the touchdown. He hung in there as long as he could. A lot of quarterbacks would have bailed out. And it was what you talked about, Brock, that courage that kept the chant for the touchdown alive.
Yeah, that touchdown's going to show up on his stat sheet making the catch, and the quarterback stat sheet for making the throw. But hey, can we put some touchdowns up there for the big boys up front? It was their blocking and buying of time for that play that led to the score.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. No return as this bounces into the end zone. The ball's coming out to the 20. Last drive of the half isn't going to be long. 14 seconds remaining. Throwing now on first down, Levis. He throws a bullet deep to the right. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Raiders will have a shot at least a field goal here. Maybe the end zone after that return. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away just as they did.
Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Huard, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. On is the Jets kickoff team now to tee it up and send it away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Blown back, gets the handoff. And they're going to drag him down after a decent gain. He gets up to the 36. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. Just 2 yards there on the carry. They're going to need another 2 now on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Love. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
On 1st and 10, here's Love. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
2nd and 10, Love trying again. Hits his running back. And he's able to get it past midfield and down into the Jets side.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and then netted some positive yards.
Finds his man Downs. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, they call the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
Love from the gun. They're on it. That's intercepted. And the Jets are going to have it after his second interception of the season.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick six? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort. I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
They'll run now on second down. And they crush him right near the marker. It looks close, but yeah, Brock, I think he safely got that first down before the hit.
You know, coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a third down on this possession, or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Levis. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Raiders have it as he records the first interception of his young career. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second-half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. Love out of the shotgun. Hauled in by Downs. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
You know, kid, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush a passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Love on 3rd and short. Completed to his running back. Jukes one defender, and he drives it close to the red zone before going out. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. They'll run here on 1st down. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. Offense in the hurry up here. 2nd and 13. Pass is cut at the 9. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play. Well, the defense is really buckled down. That was a scoreless 3rd quarter for us. It's the Raiders' ball, a chance at a win if they can hang on to this lead. All set up for an insurance score here. It's 1st and goal. Love looking to pass. Headed out right. Has it in close. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
You know what I love about this? Never showing panic. When he leaves the pocket, look at his eyes. They continue to search downfield. They're never looking at the rush. They're finding the open man downfield before running out of real estate.
They'll send him up the middle. And he pushes them a little closer to the 3. Only manages 1 yard on that run, so now they'll need 3 on 3rd and goal.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult 4th down decision.
They'll keep it on the ground. And this time he gets it done. Touchdown! The Raiders go up by 2 scores, 13 points in the 4th. That one splits the uprights. And the Raiders double their lead to 14. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Starting from the 5. And this drive will start inside the 25. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Levis now off the play fake. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Levis throwing again on 2nd down. Pass complete to Cook. And he's going to be out of bounds just before reaching the 30.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Levis from the shotgun. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And it's a pick 6 as he runs it in for the touchdown. Defense getting in on the Fun Rock with that 4th quarter lead as they provide a nice little boost there with the pick 6.
Yeah, you could feel some of the desperation of this offense, and when you get into that mode, it is danger time. Defenses love to take advantage of it. I always say to you, Kate, play fast but never in a hurry. You can't be rushed offensively because you can often be rushed into mistakes like that.
And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. After that pick, here's Levis. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Handoff on 2nd and short. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. Dose of the hurry-up offense here. Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Hits him on the out route. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to go out of bounds just short of that red zone.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down, well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
It's on the turf, the ball's out, he lost it! And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play.
You're using this play to try for a 1st down, but also set up whatever in your back pocket for 3rd down. But you know what? Throw it all away. None of it matters now if you can't hang on to the doggone football. And the defense pounces on that one in a hurry.
On 1st down, they'll run. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's a solid 70-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Vegas. Raiders nearing their 1st win of the season. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. That's grabbed inside the 30. And that is a touchdown. The Raiders put up even more points in a win. That one right down the middle. And the Raiders grow their lead yet again. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. This return starts at the 5. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Levis. And he can't escape. They drop him to the turf. Got a flag down, though, from early indications. And this might be on the offense. Levis here on 1st down. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. They connect on the deep shot. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Short pass brought in. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20.
Okay, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Now the shotgun give to Cook. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line. Looks like they will indeed try it. 4th and 2. They'll go Levis. And on 4th down, that one won't work. It's incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Hey, I get it. It's already over. But go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
Here's Swift to start the drive. Room to work at the 35. And he's going to get all the way up to the midfield stripe. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset?
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
Plowing up the middle. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
These edge defenders in the league today, Kate, they've got so much on their list to do. A huge to-do list. They got to get to the passer, they got to set an edge, and they got to stop that run game, not just on the end of the line, but in that case, right in the middle of the field.
So put this in the win column for the Raiders. And save for a few moments in that opening quarter, Brock, they pitched a shutout defensively that in the end was the impetus for the victory. They're going to be bummed not to have that goose egg on the board at the end of this one, no doubt, but a performance to be lauded nonetheless. And with Brock Huard and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. The Raiders winners as we bid you farewell from Las Vegas.